Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So, Jeff the Hornet Horn, the the WBO, excuse me, the WBO welterweight champion, says he wants $5 million against Terence Bud Crawford. You know what? Me personally, man, I can't even blame Jeff Horn. And I say that because Jeff Horn is just a pawn in Bob Arum's game. And he's like at the point where Bob Arum's ready to feed Jeff Horn to the Wolves or to the Lions. That lion being Terence Crawford, so Bob Arum can have a come up. You know, he's done with Jeff Horn. He's used Jeff Horn, and now he's ready to cash him out and keep it moving. But the only problem with that is Jeff Horn has options now. Bob Arum is only willing to pay, or it's been discussed that Bob Arum wants to pay Jeff Horn only $1 million to fight Terence Crawford. Now, I know ideally Bob Arum would want Jeff Horn to come over to America, fight Terence Crawford here, and pretty much put himself at a disadvantage in every possible way, and have a smaller purse when Jeff Horn's the WBO champion. Now, Jeff Horn, on the other hand, he's been talking about Anthony Mundane and saying, well, I can get $2 million to fight this guy, Anthony Mundane. You know, it's definitely an easier fight. And it's less risk. So just looking at it like that, it's like you have Jeff Horn versus Terence Crawford, Jeff Horn versus Anthony Mundane. And it's like Jeff Horn's pretty much saying, so you telling me should I fight Terence Crawford, this younger guy, and it's a much riskier fight for less money, but instead of fighting Anthony Mundane, a 42-year-old, for $2 million. And on top of that, Anthony Mundane, he's coming off a loss. He lost February 2017. And guess what? He's coming off another loss before that, back in 2015. So November 2015, February 2017, Anthony Mundane suffered 2 losses. His last win was November 2014, and that was a split decision. And in the fight before that, in 2014, he lost a unanimous decision against Joshua Clottey. So Jeff Horn is looking at it like this. I have this guy that's a fellow Australian native. I can stay home in my time zone, fight someone that's significantly older than me. He's coming off 2 losses, and his last win was in 2014. You want me to turn down fighting this guy for $2 million and accept the fight with Terence Crawford for $1 million? You know what, Jeff Horn? I don't blame you, man. To me, it looks like Bob Arum just takes you for a fool. I mean, Bob Arum is known to say crazy things about fans. You know, fans are like dumb rocks. You can kick them in any direction. And right now, any fan, any boxing fan that feels, any man, just a person in general, anyone that believes that Jeff Horn should take this fight with Terence Crawford for $1 million, it's just being a dumb fan being kicked around by Bob Arum, because under any situation, under no circumstance should this WBO champion be being paid less than his challenger, moving up. And then he has more and turn down money. Like, we hear all these people, money first, they talk about money, this and that. But why would Jeff Horn leave $1 million on the table to face somebody that he's most likely going to lose against? It just doesn't make sense to me. And then you thinking about it like that, if Jeff Horn was to vacate his WBO title and he moves up to 154, guess what? According to the WBO rules, he becomes the mandatory for Saddam Ali. So once again, I don't think it's ridiculous for Jeff Horn to request $5 million. Now, do I believe Bob Arum is going to give him that $5 million? Absolutely not. But I think that's the point that he wants to start negotiating down from, and maybe meet in the middle and get like $3.5 million and keep it moving like that. But I know Bob Arum doesn't want to pay Jeff Horn that 3.5 either. But it's just, hey man, it cost Bob Arum, it costs to do business, and Jeff Horn, he's not having it. He's not about to be fed to the Lions, lose his title, and then now, like, that's pretty much going to be the end of this man's career. Like, he had the opportunity of a lifetime being cherry picked by Manny Pacquiao. It worked out in his favor, and now he's being smart about it. He's no dummy. This guy's a school teacher. He's an educator. So, hey, just pay the man. I feel like it's not ridiculous at all for Jeff Horn to request this much money. It's really not. Now, let's say they pay Jeff Horn a reasonable amount. He loses to Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford is going to go and continue his journey for welterweight supremacy. And Jeff Horn is just going to, unless Jeff Horn shocks the world, which I seriously doubt, this is pretty much going to be the end of Jeff Horn receiving those big type of paydays in boxing. Unless he vacates, moves up, beats Anthony Mundine, however you pronounce the guy's name, and then he challenges Saddam Ali for that WBO junior middleweight title. To me, I think that's the best route for Jeff Horn. Now, don't get me wrong. Terence Bud Crawford, that's my boy, and I'm rocking with him all day. So whatever they decide to work out, and let's say they do get in the ring, I'm rooting for Bud all day long because I want to see Terence Bud Crawford fight my favorite fighter, Earl Spence, and I want them to unify that WBO and IBF title. That's what I really want to see. So do I want to see Jeff Horn vacate? No, I don't want to see him vacate. But at the same time, it's not even realistic for me to expect this man to take $1 million to fight Terence Crawford when he has another offer on the table against a lesser opponent. It's just ridiculous, man. And anyone that says that, oh yeah, he's ducking, like you're just falling into Bob Arum plot or his plan, and you're just being that dumb rock that he can kick in whatever direction. It's not a duck. Like, it's really not a duck. Because if the fight goes to purse bid, something I'm sure that Bob Arum doesn't even want. But it wouldn't go to purse bid because, damn, Bob Arum has dibs on Jeff Horn right now. So, honestly, I don't even know how they will even work this whole thing out. If someone has more knowledge when it comes to the WBO and how they work it out with the fighter that's under contract and they can't agree on the money, like how do they come to terms? Like, I have no idea. But if Jeff Horn has an option to fight Anthony Mundine for $2 million, Jeff Horn, don't leave the money on. Don't leave $1 million on the table to go get your ass whipped. Like, it's not that serious. Like, people were talking trash before Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao. He was a nobody. I felt like he was a nobody. Honestly, I still feel like he's a nobody. I feel like he's the lower tier of the champions in the welterweight division. And, well, if Terence Crawford wasn't in the way of Jeff Horn right now and he had to fight some more guys and Keith Thurman kept acting like he was how he's currently acting, eventually I'll say August 2018, around that time, I'll pick Jeff Horn to beat Keith Thurman if he remains inactive. But, that's not relevant to the video right now. So look at it like this. Once again, quick recap. Jeff Horn, if Bob Arum's not trying to pay you, vacate, fight Anthony Mundine, move up to 154, and challenge Saddam Ali for that 154 WBO title. If Bob Arum's trying to pay you what you want to get paid, take the fight, make your money, fight your ass off, give us a good fight, don't lay down. And if you lose, take your L like a man and keep it moving. Bob Arum, stop being cheap and stop trying to kick fans around like they're dumb rocks so they'll go in any direction that you kick them in. Pay this man. He's the champ. He beat your boy Pacquiao. And keep it moving. Terence Crawford, I'm rooting for you. I support you 100%. I'm a fan. But you're not going to be my boy Errol Spence. This Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Peace.